How's it going, guys? This is Isolate here, bringing you a special video of sorts. We have the EBC draft analysis video, as you can tell by the title, and we have a new league coming your way, as I decided to make a league with someone in the ISC, and we got 10 more people, so we have 12 people in the league, and yeah, so basically we made 4 custom tiers, and we drafted 3 from tier 1, 4 from tier 2, 3 from tier 3, and 2 from tier 4. So there was a few Ubers as well that you were allowed to get. Basically, if you got an Uber, you only got one other tier 1. So you got an Uber and then tier 1, and then the third round of tier 1 you didn't get anything. So yeah, first round we got 5th place for the tier 1 draft, because we randomized each draft order, and yeah, so Tank from the IC was also in this one, and he got first pick for each tier in tier 1, 3, and 4, and I'm like, that's insane. It's like, blame the randomizer, right? The randomized thing. Anyway, so yeah, the first thing I wanted just something. I didn't want an Uber. Like, I accepted the fact that I was gonna have 11 Pokemon, and everyone else was gonna have 12 who didn't get an Uber. I think only like 3 or 4 other people actually got other things. There was like Mega Lucario was drafted, Mega Gengar, and then something else. So yeah, so obviously that's, Mega Lucario and Mega Gengar, they're really strong, but it's not like Mega Kangaskhan or Groudon or Rayquaza. It's just a few, like Greninja and Blaziken. Not Mega, but okay. Speed Boost Blaziken. Alright, so the first one I wanted, I really didn't want. If this thing got sniped from me, that would be really bad. But oh my gosh, my voice. Oh my god, bleh. I'm running out of voice for no reason. So the first thing we managed to get was Deoxys Speed. This was the only Deoxys form that was allowed in the draft, and I love this thing. It's super fast, and nothing will outspeed it, and it's so good because it can outspeed Scarfers. Like, it can even outspeed Scarfers. It's insane. So yeah, Deoxys Speed, it's great, and it can run a lot of different things. Like, you look at all of this, and that's a lot of moves. That's a lot of moves. Like, Spikes, Stealth Rocks, Taunt, Thunder Wave, Trick, Reflect, Light Screens, so many utility moves. And then it has Nasty Plot, it has Meteor Mash, Knock Off, Ice Punch, Ice Beam, Psycho Boost. It can run Cosmic Power and Sword Power. And it can't get Sword Power. Whoops. It can run Cosmic Power. It gets Recover. It gets Extreme Speed. It gets so many things. It can go Calm Mind if you want. And it's fast enough to where it's gonna be. If you get a few Calm Minds out, it's gonna be bulky. It's gonna be fast. It's great. So I really wish we could make this thing shiny, but I don't know why. It just doesn't let me. I'm gonna name it Orbit for the season, because I felt like Galaxy is too generic. Or too general, so I just decided to go with Deoxys, or Orbit. So, second pick, this is my last tier 1 pick, or really my first, because Ubers don't really count as a tier 1, but at the same time they do. So, anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, I wanted Blissey, but that got sniped. I was really fine with this, because Chansey was still on the board, so I decided to pick up Chansey, the Eviolite monster. I was going to put Eviolite on that thing, because I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not gonna run anything other than Eviolite on this thing. There's no reason to. But yeah, you look at Chansey, I think everyone knows what this thing does. It just is such a wall. You do that, and it walls things for days. It cannot be stopped, usually, because it gets Natural Cure. One of the best abilities to give Chansey is because if something toxic hit, it can switch out, or it can Heal Bell, or Aromatherapy, and it doesn't have the toxic anymore. It gets Counter, which is great for to eliminate physical threats. It gets Thunder Wave, Toxic, Stealth Rocks, Seismic Toss, Wild Charge if you want to run that, and Wish. Wish is going to be so effective because this thing has such a high HP stat. It's going to be passing, if it's max HP, which it pretty much always will be probably. It's going to be passing, was that 352 hit points, and that's just half, like half of its max HP, which is Wish. It's going to be passing that to anyway, and pretty much everyone's going to like get up to full, like Orbit. If we go max HP on that thing, yeah, it's going to be up to full, even if it's on, like on 1%, even if it's like on 1 hit point. If I get the Wish off and pass it on, it's just going to go all the way back up, which is great. So Chansey, it's going to be named Nightmare. I'm not going to make it shiny because whatever. It kind of does look cool shiny, like the ears and the egg holder thing is green and its toes are, but it's fine. So yeah, tier 2, we get 4 picks from this. So I believe I got 10th pick. Yeah, 10th pick. So it went me. No, I got 11th pick. It went me, and then someone 2 times, and then me again. So first one I wanted to pick up some more speed. So I decided to go with Crobat. Crobat. This thing is also really cool because it's really fast, just like Orbit. Obviously not as fast, but it's really fast. It gets defog. I wanted some sort of hazard removal because I know that was probably gonna go quickly. It gets, Acrobatics, Brave Bird. It can run special with Nasty Plot and Giga Drain, Heat Wave, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, a lot of things. Whirlwind, U-Turn, which is great. Taunt, Tailwind, Super Fang. It gets a lot, and that's why I got it, because it's just really, the speed is also there, and the defog is great. It can be choice banded. It can just do a lot of things, and that's why I got it, because I wanted a ground immunity, because I knew that the rest of my team might be a little weak to ground if I never get sniped. So yeah, I was liking my team so far. Let me check something. This is kind of, I should have had this earlier, but I just need to check. What am I gonna? This thing is actually, it will be shiny, but I need to check what I wanted to nickname it. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, sweet. So it's gonna be shiny, and it's going to be named Daybreak. I don't know why. I for some reason I like that word, and yeah, I wanted to nickname Crobat that. So moving on, I basically got almost 2 in a row. So the next mon I wanted to pick up was indeed another bulkier mon. Hippowdon actually was in tier 2, which is great because this thing is really good. You put leftovers on it, and its attack is really good. Like max is 323, and its defense is even better. So, bam. I'm not like, these aren't gonna be at like actual sets that I'm gonna bring. I mean, they might, but I'm like just randomly playing with the stats and moves and stuff. So this thing, yeah, it gets rocks. That's our 3rd stealth rocker on the team in 4 picks. And it gets Whirlwind, which is great. It gets Slack Off, so reliable recovery is right there. Great defensive mon, and yeah, it's an electric immunity, which I kind of wanted because I didn't want electric moves doing a lot. So yeah, okay? So yeah, that's basically it. Hippowdon, it's great. I'm going to be naming it Igneous for the season, and yeah, that's really all I can say about it. It's really bulky. It can be offensive. It can do a lot of things. It can even be specially defensive, but obviously I'm not going to run a specially offensive. It doesn't do as many things as Deoxys Speed, but it's kind of like Chansey, but at the same time it's not at all like Chansey. So moving on, I knew that the guy that was 12th pick, he already had his Mega, and I knew what Mega I wanted, but I didn't want him to pick up the mon that I want. I wanted Crobat, Hippowdon, Mega blank, and this thing. So, whatever, I'm just gonna pick it up. And Empoleon. I wanted Empoleon, and I didn't want him to snag it because he already had his Mega, so I didn't really need to pick up my Mega that I wanted, and I didn't want Empoleon to get sniped for me. It's gonna be named Master, and this thing's surprisingly more powerful than it is bulky on the special side, but it's still great. Another stealth rocker. Whoops. Another stealth rocker. Another defogger, and it's ultimately just it's great. Gets Ice Beam, knock off, What else? It gets agility if I want to do that. It gets sword stance aqua jet, which is nice. And yeah, this is something that I didn't really mind if it got sniped from me, but I just wanted more bulk. I wanted more bulk, so I knew what mega I wanted, and I also wanted a steel type because steel types are great to have. So yeah, moving on. I knew what mega I wanted, like right from the start. I had planned this, and I didn't expect it to get sniped. So I did end up getting Mega Absol. And the reason I got Mega Absol was because it's so powerful and pretty fast, and also it can hit on the special side, and it can do so many things. Like, I really love things that can do so much. It can call my baton pass. Like, it can do that. It can fire blast. It can foul play, ice beam, mega horn, magic coat. I don't need that because I have magic bounce. But knockoff, play rough for fighting types, stone edge, sucker punch. It's mainly a sucker punch thing, but I mean, at the same time, it can do things that aren't sucker punch. Like, sucker punch is so good on Mega Absol because your opponent can't status you. So the only thing they can really do to avoid the sucker punch is switch out, like, you substitute or recover their health. That's basically it. And if they try to taunt, then it's just gonna get bounced back at themselves, and then they can't use any moves. They have to attack or switch out. So and at that point, you can click Will-O-Wisp, you can click Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Thunder. So many things. Superpower is also a thing. And then you can click Pursue. That's what I was gonna say. So Pursue is also there, which is nice. Perish Song is also a thing. It's not bulky enough though. That's the one thing. It's so frail. But like always, we are going to make our League Mega shiny, and it is going to be named Crestfallen because that's a thing. So yeah, it also gets sword stance right there. So yeah, moving on. I had kind of a fighting weakness on my team. Sorry if my voice is getting hoarse. I realize that. So I had a fighting weakness on my team. I realized that the only thing really to take a fighting type hit, I'm just gonna look back, is Crobat, because Deoxys speed is pretty frail, to be honest. So I wanted a ghost type. This is where things got conflicting, because I wanted Hitmonlee and I wanted Cofagrigus. I decided that I had a backup for Hitmonlee if it got sniped in Sock, but I didn't really have a good backup. Like, the only backup for Cofagrigus was the Blade, and I didn't want another steel type back-to-back, so, not back-to-back, but I didn't want another steel type like that. So I decided to get Cofagrigus. Now, Cofagrigus is really bulky, let me just say that. It's got a lot of defense, it's got decent special defense, and yeah, it's just great. It's Mummy, which is great. It can eliminate abilities just like that, and with its high physical defense, you know, it can eat hits like that. So yeah, Calm Mind is a thing. Knockoff, Destiny Bond, and Magic Coat, Nasty Plot. Trick Room Nasty Plot is a thing. Pain Split, Toxic Spikes, which is great. Will-O-Wisp, I'm just reading these things off at this point. But this thing is really nice. It can wall. It has really good defense. Like, that's all I have to really say. And, you know, the fact that it can eliminate abilities is great. So this thing is going to be shiny because, fun fact, Cofagrigus was my first shiny. I got it in Pokemon White, and I don't think I actually caught it. Did I catch it? I'm not sure. I forget. But yeah, so I'm gonna name it Doomsday. I caught it in the Relic Castle on that sandstormy route thing. So yeah. So basically, I wanted Hitmonlee. If that got sniped, I was gonna get Sulk. Whatever, no big deal, right? Wrong. See, I knew I sniped someone with Cofagrigus. So to say that I could have gotten Hitmonlee, like, I want Cofagrigus more than Hitmonlee, but I really want Hitmonlee, so that must mean I really want Cofagrigus, which was true, but Hitmonlee got sniped, and then Salt got sniped, like, in the, 5 drafts after me, so, like, I was kind of in checkmate, because I knew someone was going to get Cofagrigus by the time the draft came back to me, so I couldn't get both. So I ended up getting what I guess is the second best is Hitmontop. Hitmontop is pretty good. It's a rapid spinner. It's obviously not as offensive, and I wanted Hitmonlee because it adds more speed and there's more offense, there's more attack. With my team, it looks pretty bulky, and I really wanted Hitmontop. Like, what are offensive right now? Deoxys Speed, possibly Crobat, and Absol. Like, I wanted an offensive mon, but I keep picking up this bulk, and I knew what my third round pick was going to be, so I knew what my third tier 3 pick was going to be, so I couldn't really do. What happens if you click on this? Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know. So, anyway. Whoa. Oh, yo, sweet. What does this do? It shows the yo, that's cool. That's insane. Alright, moving on. I didn't even know what this did. Anyway, so yeah, Hitmontop, it can rapid spin, it can Stone Edge, close combat. It can be offensive, but, Intimidate is nice, always Technician is nice as well. And this thing can be pretty bulky, so that's great. I don't know what that was. I'm going to be naming this thing Gallows, and it will not be shiny, but it's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same color scheme as Cofigurius, but no. Anyway, moving on. Gastrodon got sniped from me, but I was honestly gonna pick Seismitoad anyway, so to say that was a snipe is really not really correct. Is this thing gonna be shiny? I think it will as well. Yeah, it's gonna be shiny. Alright, sweet. Shiny Seismitoad, because fun fact is, well, wait, no, I think Seismitoad or Tympole was my first I think it was like right before Pinwheel Forest in Pokemon White. I didn't catch it though. I think I caught the Cofigurius later on in the game, but I think I killed the Tympole. So I actually did get it though in Oris. I dex nabbed for it and got it. So yeah, this thing's going to be named Embargo. And looking at its stats, it's pretty mediocre, subpar to be honest, but it can be bulkier than it looks. With Drain Punch, that's recovery if I need it. It gets Stealth Rocks, that's something that Gastrodon doesn't get. It gets Knockoff, something that Gastrodon does not get. And it can also be offensive if I want, so that's nice. It can be Swift Swim, or it could be Water Absorb, which is nice, because I would kind of want a water immunity, I guess. The only thing is that I feel like Seismitoad and Empoleon are kind of gonna like block each other out. Like, I'm not gonna bring both of them at the same time because they both kind of do the same things. But if I don't want the grass weakness, then I'll go with Empoleon. If I don't want the fighting weakness, then I'll go with Seismitoad. I don't know. It's just there. I might trade it though, to be perfectly honest. But yeah. So we have two picks left in tier 4. I knew what I wanted. I actually wanted Quillfish, but for some reason it was in tier 4, and then someone realized that it shouldn't be in tier 4, it was in tier 3, so then I'm like, oh, darn it, I wanted Quillfish. It probably was going to get picked for me anyway, to be honest, but, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I decided to pick up Skuntank for my first pick in tier 4. Yeah, I decided this is also going to be shiny, and I decided to name it Checkmate. Checkmate. So that's great. I should just name it like that, but I'm not going to do that. Checkmate, this thing is great with Black Sludge. It's nice. It's got good HP. Its stats are, again, whatever, but it does get Defog, which is nice. It gets Sucker Punch, it gets Explosion, and it gets Fire Blast and Flamethrower, and Memento, which could be nice for possibly setting up and sweeping. And Play Rough is there as well. The only thing I can't bring Play Rough and Sucker Punch because Sucker Punch is a Gen 4 tutor move, and obviously Play Rough is in 6th Gen. Then we got Poison Jab and Taunt, so that's cool. Cool and stuff and things. Obviously, no reason to bring Shadow Ball or Shadow Claw because they both provide the same coverage as Sucker Punch or Dark Pulse or Crunch or Knockoff. You get Knockoff, right? You don't. Okay, well, whatever. You're in tier 4 for a reason. Moving on. That's basically why I got Skuntank, because I wanted a poison type, and sorry about that. And the Quillfish was not in tier 4, obviously. So, yeah. Last mon I decided to get was Simisear. And I wanted Simisear just because it outspeeds base 100s, which is great. It's got that 101, just barely outspeeding them. And we just have a lot of coverage. I don't know how much I'm going to bring this thing, but it's stronger than you think. You'd honestly be surprised. Run a few calcs. I dare you. So yeah, Will-O-Wisp is great. Taunt is great. Rock Slide is great. Sorry if you can hear some background noise. That's just my brothers. Knock off, nasty plot, low kick. I can sub up on some walls and just go to work. Hopefully, Gunk Shot is there. I should run Gunk Shot. Whatever. Actually, yeah, I guess. Never mind. Yeah, this thing will be named Morning Star if I ever do use it. And yeah, so overall thoughts of the draft. I like my draft. I only got sniped a few times. I wanted Hitmonlee, then Sock, and also wanted Blissey, but I'm not gonna call that snipe because Chansey is in some ways a lot better than Blissey. So yeah, that's gonna be the video, I guess. There might be a layout later in the like for week 1. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do team builders. Like, I don't do team builders for the other two leagues, but I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. That would be really great of you. If you can't, sorry. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. But yeah, common question of the day. What do you think? I don't know why I'm doing this on this video and not any others, but what do you think is, how do you like my draft, and what do you think will be the MVP of this season? I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.